Good evening, children. Okay, children. So, in the previous class, we have started the chapter, the physical features of India. Today, I am going to continue the same chapter, and the topic for today would be the northern plains. Yesterday, I have told you about the outline of the chapter, that was Himalayan mountains, the northern plains, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plains, and the next one was the islands. We have talked about the Himalayas and the different peaks, mountain passes, rivers, and the mountain ranges or the hills which are covering this particular Himalayas. Now, my next point is that I told you about some highest peaks of the Himalayas. The highest peaks of the Himalayas are Mount Everest, that is in Nepal, 8848 meters. Mount K2, that is prevailing in India, and the height is 8611 meters. Then the next one is Kanchenjunga, that is prevailing in India, and the height is 8598 meters. Then Makalu, which is in Nepal, and the height is 8481. The next one is Dhaulgiri, which comes in Nepal with the height of 8172. Then the next one is Naga Parvat, which is in India, and the height is 8126. Then the next is Annapurna. It comes in Nepal, and the height is 8078 meters. Then the next is Nanda Devi. In India it is, the height is 7817. Kamath, that is, the height is 7756. And the next one is Namcha Barwa, and the height is 7756. Then the next one is Gurla Mandhata in Nepal. The height is 7728 meters. Now children, today I am going to begin with the northern plains. As the outline you can see, the northern plain has been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra along with their tributaries. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer. The next important point is the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections as mentioned below. Now I am just telling you the summary. After that I will come to explanatory part. So now let's move to the northern plains. Between peninsular India and the Himalayas lie the alluvial plains of the Indus, Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These plains called the Indo-Gangetic lowland. Remember, these plains are called the Indo-Gangetic lowland, stretch in a great arc from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal. They are 2,400 kilometer long. 2,400 kilometer long and spread over an area of 7 lakh square kilometer. They are 240 to 320 kilometer. Remember the thing children, they are 240 to 320 kilometer broad. Within this region lies the most productive and the most densely populated region of India. As a result of the partition of the Indian subcontinent, the greater part of the Indus basin now lies within Pakistan. All three of the great rivers. All three of the great rivers that water the lowland. The three rivers are the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra. You should be remembering the name of these three rivers: Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra. And all these three are fed by the permanent glaciers. All these three are fed by the permanent glaciers of the Himalayas. These rivers along with rivers from the peninsular plateau to deposit alluvium in the vast plain. Most of the area is a large flat plain with no major changes in relief, rich soil fit for cultivation. Here the soil is very rich in the sense of here the productivity is very high, and this is very fit for cultivation. Suitable climate and ample water supply supports agriculture. Now, if I ask you the question, what are the things which supports agriculture? You will give me the answer. So, rich soil for cultivation, suitable climate and ample water supply. These are the three things needed for a good cultivation, or these are the things which support agriculture. Now, can anyone tell me the meaning of the word doab? Anyone tell me the meaning of the word doab? Try to respond it fast, children. Divyansh, Abhishek, Prithvi. Akhil, give me the answer. What is the meaning of the word doab? Okay, children, I have asked you the word doab. See, doab, do meaning, do, do meaning two, and ab meaning water. Do meaning two and ab meaning water. So, doab is the local term. Yes, Vaibhav Sachan, right? Priyansh, right? Now, I tell you, doab is the local term for the land between two rivers. Thus, the plain created by the five rivers is known as Punjab. The land between two rivers is known as doab, and the plain created by the five rivers is known as Punjab. Panj means five, ab means rivers. So Panj, five water or rivers. So most of this plain at present, most of these plains lies in Pakistan. So now let's talk about, again we should come to the point. The northern plains is broadly divided into three sections. You can see on your screen. The western part is referred to as the Punjab plain. This section of the plain is dominated by doabs. In the Punjab plains, it is dominated by doabs, means here the rivers are there. The next one is the Ganga plain extends between Ghaggar and Tista rivers. Remember, the Punjab plain, it is having doab area. The Ganga plain extends between the Ghaggar and the Tista rivers. It is spread over the states of North India, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, partly Jharkhand and West Bengal. To its east, particularly in Assam, lies the Brahmaputra plain. Remember children, to its east in Assam lies the Brahmaputra plain. Means we get our Brahmaputra river from Assam. The slope is gentle. The slope of this area is very gentle in the lower course of the river. This causes them to become sluggish. Riverine islands are formed when these rivers deposit the mud and silt loads in their channels. Rivers split into channels to go around these obstructions and form distributaries. Now, I've used the word tributary and distributary. So, you should be knowing the meaning of the word tributary and distributary. Now, firstly, I would like to tell you, a tributary joins. What is a tributary? We'll give the answer. Sir, a tributary joins the main river and adds water from the basin. And on the other side, if I use the word distributary, a distributary takes away the water from the main rivers. Through these channels, the rivers get distributed. Through these channels, the rivers get distributed, spreading over a large area. This vast alluvial plain thus formed is triangular in shape. So remember children, this vast alluvial plain thus formed is triangular in shape and is called a delta. Now, one more question. I would like to tell you one thing. Majuli, M-A-J-U-L-I. This the word I am using is M-A-J-U-L-I. Majuli. In the Brahmaputra river is the largest inhabited riverine island in the world. The plains of the North India. I move to the North India. The plains of North India lie between the mouths of the Indus, Ganga and the Brahmaputra. Remember this point? The plains of North India lie between the mouths of the Indus, Ganga and the Brahmaputra, covering an area of about 3,200 kilometers. This region between 300 kilometer and 150 kilometer wide narrows towards the east. The northern plains are broadly divided into the Indus River system in the west and the Ganga Brahmaputra river system in the east. After that, let's talk about the Indus originates. From where does the river Indus originates? The Indus originates in the Himalayas. The Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Cbse and the Sutlej are its tributaries. The Indus originates in the Himalayas. The Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Cbse and the Sutlej are its tributaries. Flowing westward, flowing while it is moving or flowing towards the western part or the western direction. Flowing westward, the Indus makes loops and then turns to the south to flow into the Arabian Sea. Now, on the other side, River Ganga flows eastward after it enters the northern plains at Haridwar. Many tributaries from the north and south join Ganga as it flows to the sea. The Ganga turns south as it reaches West Bengal. Okay, as Ganga turns in the southern direction when it reaches West Bengal. In Bangladesh, the Ganga meets Brahmaputra. Remember, in Bangladesh, the river Ganga meets the Brahmaputra river, which enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. And it enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. Brahmaputra flows south, turns west and crosses Assam. Means it is covering the state of Assam also. Then it again turns south as it reaches Bangladesh. The joint stream of Ganga and Brahmaputra. Remember, joint stream means the combination. The joint stream of Ganga and the Brahmaputra flows by the name of Padma. The combination of both these is known by the name of Padma. It finally drains into the Bay of Bengal. And finally, where it drains or where it mixes or it drains into the Bay of Bengal. There, they form the world's largest and the fastest growing delta. Remember this word? There, the combination of Ganga and Brahmaputra forms the world's largest and the fastest growing delta. Now, on the other side, the northern plains can be divided into 4 distinct regions. They can be divided into 4 distinct regions on the basis of difference in soil. These regions are, the first one is Khadar, Khadar. Now what is this? Khadar, the younger alluvium deposits of the flood plains. If someone asks you the question, what do you mean by Khadar? You will give the answer. Khadar is the younger alluvium deposits of the flood plains. The second word is Bangar, the oldest alluvium deposits. Bangar is the older alluvium deposit. Third word is Tarai. Now what is this Tarai? Tarai is the wet and marshy area having a thick forest and a variety of wildlife. Fourth term is Bhabhar. Now, Bhabhar is a 8 to 16 kilometer wide belt that forms a pebbled bed which are parallel to the slope of the river bed. They are laid down by numerous streams that flow down the hills. They are narrow belt covered with pebbles lying along the foot of the Shivaliks from the Indus to the Tista. Now remember, in this point I have used 2-3 words. Again I'll explain you those words. The first word is delta. Now what is a delta? A delta is an area of low flat land shaped like a triangle where a river splits and spreads out into several branches after entering the sea. The next word is tributary. What is a tributary? A tributary is a stream or river that flows into a larger stream or main river or a lake. The next part is Tarai region. What is it? Can anyone answer me? What is a Tarai region? I am waiting for you to respond. Yes, children, give me the response. Priyansh, Vaibhav, Akhil, Divyansh, Abhishek. Just send me the answer of this question. What is Tarai region? Okay, Priyansh has given the answer. Lowland region in northern India and the southern Nepal that lies south of the outer foothills of the Himalayas. Yes, where are the other ones? Vaibhav? Correct answer, Priyansh. Where is Vaibhav Sachan? Devansh, I am waiting for your answer, children. Okay. Point at which two rivers and streams emerge to make a wet, swampy area. Good, correct answer. Now, according to me, the Rai region, it is a lowland region in southern Nepal and northern India that lies south of the outer foothills of the Himalayas. Okay. After this, one more point. Define what is a distributory. Yes, children, define the word. What do you mean by a distributory? All the children, Devansh and Prithvi, try to give the answer fast. Akhil Tripathi, what do you mean by the word distributory? Okay, so I'm going to tell you the answer for this question. What is the meaning of the word distributory?